Your light illuminates their imperfections, hence their attempts to dull your shine. Light 'em up.
They threw dirt on my name and flowers grew right out the brown soil. My vision's clear as glass, the robe is purple satin plus the crown's royal. Allow me to give you a demonstration. Holding your breath waiting for me to fail only brings hyperventilation. See, I'm a soldier that's ready for any situation. So me and life double dated my trials and tribulations. Won't be remembered for not speaking out. I Google map my whole approach, so I chose not to take the peaceful route. I promise I can't make this shit up. I shed a tear then use the mic stand to hold my chin up. They plot and strategize on different ways to make me give up. That's easier said than done, like a woman that's 9 months pregnant doing sit-ups. Yeah, I read the book of life, defeat was never in my story. Just brutal fights on the battlefield is bloody and gory. Showing off is a fool's idea of glory. Call me foolish, then in the clutch I make them drop like I was Robert Ory. See, in this world you gotta sink or swim. Boy, I'm a legend, when I die my presence never will be felt again. This greatness rare, but see I kept it in. Isolation in the demons, guardian angels been my only friend. I've been at war with myself in silence. Had a mental malfunction, forced to go into hiding. For powerless like outside right and losing then you gonna understand, whoever get in my way, I'm a dog walk that ass.
We're back. Hey, we're back. We're back. Give me the phone. 1-0 every week. Let's go. Come on, Raider Nation, baby. We're back. Hey, we're back. We're back. Give me the phone. 1-0 every week. Let's go.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. You guys already know, man. Hey, got us to win, man. It's your boy, Big Mike Raider. Raiders are 1-0, baby. You guys should be hyped. Great second half from the Las Vegas Raiders, tearing up those New England Patriots 20-13. I would say dominant second half, guys. Maybe I'm jumping the gun here. Maybe I'm being a little, maybe I'm overreacting, but that second half was excellent, right? We're down 10-7. We're used to this team not adjusting in the second half. That's my feeling. I was like, well, we got to really make some adjustments. Looked a little sloppy on offense, particularly in that second quarter. But Chip Kelly made it, he made the adjustments. That defense made some adjustments. And here we go, man. We dominated that second half. They didn't score. They scored a late field goal at the end, and we ended up taking the win 20-13. The score wasn't even that close, man. But we got 52 in the building. You heard what Max Crosby said. The Raiders are back. Here we go, man. This is how we started, man. Raiders are 1-0. I love it. Thanks for popping in, y'all. Hey, we got, man, how much we got here? We got 55 in the building. You guys already know to like the thumb, hit the sub, and share with your folks. And guys, if you want to become a member of the Big Mike Raider fleet, there you go. We're going to talk a little bit about the game. I'm going to talk about what I saw, some takes, some observations. And I want to hear from you guys when it's all said and done. I might open up the phone line for about 15 minutes. And I want to hear from you guys. So, man, make that call. Once I open it up, I think I figured it out. We're going to do a little test, comms check before we get started. But I want to hear from you guys, man. But shout out to everybody that's here, man. We got 61 in the building. We're going to warm this thing up. Raiders win 20-13 on the road. East Coast win. It feels good. Rainy conditions. Geno Smith looked like an absolute monster. We're going to talk about it, man. Shout out to CGR. Raiders. Man, it is a good day to be a Raider, man. Here we go. Salute to you, CGR. First one in the building, as always. 3 clicks in the truth says, here for it. Yes, sir. Man, he also says, am I the only one who think Pete rope-a-dope Vrabel into the first drive? Lulled him to sleep, letting Vrabel think he made proper adjustments. The second half went pedal to the metal. That's what it looked like. I mean, you have a valid reason to think that, right? Second quarter was a little slow. That second drive looked like the Raiders are getting ready to cruise. Geno Smith took a risk and threw some interception on man-to-man coverage. It got tipped. Guy was behind Bowers, be Johnny on the spot. And then things kind of dragged from there offensively. Defensively, also the same thing, kind of dragged a little bit, but they held their ground. Got a couple of opportunities with the missed field goal from the Patriots kind of in that second quarter. And that whole time in the second quarter, all the way up to probably the end, the offense didn't look really good. But second half, man, they turned it up, man. So it was definitely good to see, man. Let's see. We got LV Maximus in the building. Welcome to the fleet. You guys already know, become a member of the Big Mike Raider fleet, man. I appreciate you guys. Let me see. We got Anthony in the building. Salute to you, man. Let me see. We got Yvette Niles in the building. Salute Big Mike. Let's go, man. I'm hyped, man. I know you guys are hyped too. We got one on the board, 1-0. Feels good to be undefeated, man. There you go. We got Low Life Rev in the building. We got Johnny Mack in the building. Family, hey, shout out to you, man. Thanks for popping in. We got who else we got here, man? Before we get things started, let's see who else we got. We got Raider Fresh in the building, man. Salute to you, man. This is gonna be kind of a recap, and then I kind of want to hear from you guys. I want to hear from what you guys think, man. We got Machiavelli in the building. Let's go, Big Mike. Got us a dub. 1-0, baby. You already know. Rick Rock is in the building. Salute to my boy, Big Mike Raider. And salute to the Silver and Black Raider Nation family, man. Hey, appreciate you. Let me see. 3 clicks of the truth. Pete 5D chess. Yeah, man. That's what it looked like. Definitely, that's what it looked like. Let me see. In my 2 cents, spelling it out. RAIDERS. You already know. Raiders with the win, y'all. Man, I'm excited. I can't wait till next week, man. I'm ready for another game. Let's see. Fuck you mean Raiders in the building, man. Member of the Big Mike Raider fleet. Gino had a great game for it to be raining. An excellent game for it to be raining, man. I got a poll in the chat. Do you think Geno Smith is going over 4,500 yards this season? Threw for 366 this game. He looked damn near unstoppable. One mistake, but he cleaned it up after that. He was, scrambling out of the pocket. He threw an excellent throw. I think it was like in the fourth quarter, rolled out to the left, threw it across the field to Michael Mayer, got us the first down. That, I said this in the chat on Wasted Show a little bit earlier. That's the difference between having a solid quarterback and a quarterback who's an ultimate playmaker, right? Geno Smith is showing that he's a playmaker, ultimate playmaker, right? You have quarterbacks who can follow the recipe that the offensive coordinator is throwing out there, right? But it takes a special quarterback to kind of improvise and do what is kind of against the grain, kind of what is not really taught, like throwing it across the field and finding a guy wide open. That's what's been eluding us for years at the quarterback position. We haven't had anybody that kind of breaks the rules, so to speak, and make plays when we need it. Geno Smith showed today that he's breaking the rules and making plays when it needs to happen. For third and long, we go long instead of being conservative, throw the bomb to Dante Thornton Jr. and get us a first down, pretty much sealing the game at that point. That's the difference between having a quarterback who's solid, a solid quarterback, right? Not a terrible quarterback, not a great quarterback, but a solid quarterback and somebody who's out there to make plays and win the game. That is the difference. And we're seeing that with Geno Smith. I'm excited to see what he's going to bring for the rest of the season. Let me see. Who else we got in here, man? Who else we got in here? We got El Compa Wario in the building. Just one, baby. Let's effing go, man. I love it, man. Let me see. Who else we got here, man. Let's see. 3 clicks. He says, Pete, by my eyes, clearly showing why he's got the reputation. Absolutely. Yeah. That's what it looks like to have a real coach on the sideline, a real offensive coordinator, a guy that can get the job done. Offense. Hey, Patrick Graham tightened it up in the second half. Defense, I wouldn't say they were looking shaky. Left a lot to be desired for sure, but that second half was a masterclass, right? We saw a lot of great play from our guys on that in that second half on defense, man. Polamalu with the interception on that first drive right there when we really needed it. Patriots got the ball in the second half, and we're down 10-7. We desperately needed a stop. We desperately needed a big play, and Polamalu was Johnny on the spot. But got to give credit to Max Crosby on that one. He did a little stunt, went to the outside, went over towards the A gap and was right in the quarterback's face, forcing him to throw an errant pass right pretty much down the seam, and which has been working for the Patriots that whole game up to that point. Hunter Henry was eating down that seam the whole game. Looks like we're in a lot of cover 3, and I told you guys what the cover 3 is vulnerable to. Seam routes, swing passes. You saw that throughout the game. And even like kind of like that off-man coverage. Even a guy like Boutte was getting his issue in, looked like when he was going to run a streak and then he'll do that quick stop right there. He was getting about, 10 yards a pop. He had almost 100 yards in this game. But I also got to give a shout out to Caillou Blue Kelly. First game, it was pretty clear that, the game plan for Josh McDaniels was to attack Caillou Blue Kelly. He was targeted a lot. And I say, for the most part, he answered the call, right? He had a bad pass interference call late in the first quarter, late in the second quarter, first half. And, he didn't let it bother him. He still played his game. He did what he had to do. And I thought he played very well for his first game. And, it's to be expected for a guy like Caillou Blue Kelly, for him to kind of be almost like he has a target on his back. First game, they were going to go after him. That's what it seemed like. Caillou Blue Kelly was all over the field. He was definitely all in front of my TV screen because they were going after him. And, I say he delivered the call right there, man. Good game for Caillou Blue Kelly. We're gonna give out some game balls today, man. We're gonna do that. I want to hear from you guys as well, man. Big Mike Raider, we got that win. Shout out to Raider Fresh. Yeah, man, we got the win for sure. Wario, he said second half adjustment was key. Yeah, no doubt, man. No doubt. Let me see who else we got. Alec M in the building. Raiders defense deserved their flowers today. Second half, absolutely. Let me see. Season game plan, bend don't break defense, keeping it close when heavy doses of Genty in the fourth. Yeah, and as good as the Raiders look, right? Credit to the Raiders. We do have some problems we do got to talk about. Ashton Genty, 19 carries, 38 yards, 1 touchdown. Got the touchdown. That's great. But 2 yards a pop is an issue, and that's not a Genty issue. That is an offensive line issue. I would say the center and guard position is not solidified yet. JPJ, I think we're giving him a little too much credit. He looks similar to what he did last year. He needs to tighten up on the penalties. He needs to tighten up on trying to make the haymaker type of hit and just play the game, right? He had a penalty that could have cost us pretty badly on that third down before we had to punt. We had to, go back 15 yards and punt. Good thing we have one of the better punters in the game. Didn't really affect us too much, but JPJ really has to clean up those penalties, right? The offensive interior has to clean it up on the pass, on run blocking. But to the Patriots' credit, an excellent interior D-line, an excellent front seven, and they made it hard for us to run the ball. But play action was there all game. Geno Smith, play action did quite a bit and found Brock Bowers for over 100 yards. So it was effective. The game plan was effective, but we need to get Ashton Genty going because it only lasts for so long, that play action, if you don't have an effective run game. So there's some things to clean up. Offensive line has to clean it up. JPJ, Meredith, Parham have to clean it up. The tackles, they were giving up some stuff too. Gave up a few sacks. Coverage was bad on pass blocking, specifically when it comes to the blitz. They were sending a lot of blitz packages. They're sending 5, 6, pretty much a majority of the time. They made good adjustments late in that second half, particularly blocking wise, but they need to clean it up a little bit because that first half was looking a little rough. So those are some things we do need to clean up. Let me know what you guys think. What else needs to be cleaned up right here, man? We got Bama Comey. I still feel the real test is next week. Yeah, the Chargers look like they're for real. And I hate to say it, the Chargers look like they're trying to do something this year, but we're going to talk about it a little bit later this week. But my early assessment on that is the first 12 plays for the Chargers, right? They passed the ball 8 out of those 12 times. Now, I said that Jim Harbaugh wanted to run the ball, right? Well, everybody in the world knew that they wanted to run the ball, and they just play action, similar to what we did, right? Because everybody has a target on Genty, and for the Chargers case, they have a target on Jim Harbaugh himself, right? You could say Omarion Hampton right there, but or Najee Harris 1-2 punch type of deal. But everybody knows what Jim Harbaugh wants to do. But he did the opposite in a play action situation. So, 2/3 of his first 12 play calls were pass plays. So, we got to be ready for the pass. They can pass. They had a distributed attack with the pass in that pass attack. So we got to be ready for that. But because of that, what we saw against Kansas City, they might turn around and run the ball on us. So we also got to be ready. Omarion Hampton is no joke. But that's my early assessment. We're not going to get too ahead of ourselves. But, yeah, we definitely have our work ahead of us for sure. Shout out to Albert Garcia. What up, Big Mike? Just one, baby. I love it, man. That's what I'm talking about, baby. That's what I'm talking about. Yes, sir. Who that with the sack? Hey, that's one. That's one. Tyree Wilson with the sack. Got to give him his credit. And, I said this on X. It was a slight joke. He has more sacks right now than Jalen Carter. That's 1-0. Maybe we won that trade after all, man. To be continued, right? Shout out to Tyree Wilson with a pretty good game. Almost had 2, to be honest with you. So 9 to go, 2 cents. I promise. A promise is a promise. I got you, man. Alec M. report is Bowers is going to be fine. Just knee soreness. Thank you. And we did have to talk about that. We saw kind of late in that game, Brock Bowers kind of came up hobbling just a little bit. He was seen running on the sideline trying to cut and see if he can go back out there. But, Pete Carroll held him back, which I do like. I do like that the staff was like, nope, live to see another day. We don't need you going out there and kind of re-injuring things. Let's sit you for a little bit. You did your job, 5 catches. I think it was like 103 yards. We'll go over the box score in a second. But, let's just sit you down for a little bit. The rest of the team has got you, man. Thank you for what you did for this game, but you're going to sit down. We need you for Monday. And I'm okay with that. Let's rest it up. Got a long week. We got an extra day off, because we play on Monday. So let's rest them up and live to see another day. I'm glad that Brock Bowers was sat out. That was an excellent call from Pete Carroll and his staff for that one, man. Let me see. We got CGR. At this pace, he'll have 3,200 yards after 8 games. So I do believe he will, Big Mike. Hey, he's on pace. He had 366 today. That's 366 times 17. To me, that's well over the NFL record, about 6,000 yards. I don't think he's going to do it, but we'll see. We'll see. 3 clicks and the truth. If they can't have a solid run game, then yes, Geno will get the yards. Yeah, that's the key, right? We need to get that run game started. 38 yards from Ashton Genty on 19 carries is not going to get it done. He looked solid when he did break free, but man, they left a lot to be desired. And I put that on the offensive line. Things need to be cleaned up. And I got you, Yvette Niles, Brock Bowers. You already know, 100-yard game from our guy. And hopefully he comes back 100%. We're going to need him for the season. Bama Comey, Geno made passes that I have never seen any Raider make. I was saying that too. He threw that 3rd and long. He threw it to Dante Thornton, iced the game. But it was that 4th down play that really got me really hyped because he rose to the left. And usually what all of us have seen over the years, dating as far back as Derek Carr and before, whenever we have our quarterback roll out to the left, that field is cut by 2/3. We're only looking at what's happening on that left side of the field. But the brilliance in Geno Smith, what he did is he stopped and kind of turned his body and threw it across the field to a wide open Michael Mayer and extended the game for the offense, extended the clock, and kept us alive. And hey, that's the difference between winning and losing. That was an excellent play. We haven't seen that from a quarterback. I can't remember the last time. Maybe Rich Gannon did something like that, but I don't even think a guy like Rich Gannon did anything like that. Now, I'm not jumping the gun. I'm not saying he's winning an MVP or anything, but one thing is a fact. He's leading the league in yards passing right now. So I believe so. we'll see by the end of the week one who's the leading right now. But he has 366 passing yards. I say that he's probably one of the tops in the league in passing yards. So we got one, guys. We got one. Yeah, Thornton, he looked good too, man. Shout out to Alec M, Mayer, and Tucker. Looked excellent. Let me see, man. I'm running my mouth, man. Gino was spreading the ball all around that yard. Everybody touching it. This offense about to be deadly. Yeah, they looked excellent. It looks like a top 10 offense for sure, man. If we can get that run game going, man, we might be unstoppable. Hits Boy Radio, Gino ain't right back. That's a fact. That's a fact. Gino, hey, you already know, man. I'm a believer now. Alec M. Ringless, deadbolts are going down next week. Yeah, better believe it, man. Start off 2-0. I already got us starting off 2-0. It's as expected for sure. Bama Comey, I didn't like the Raiders taking their foot off the gas at the end of the game. Yeah, they were a little weak in coverage, being up 10. I was kind of hoping that, we finish strong, maybe get a sack or an interception to win that game by 10. It would feel a lot better. 20-13, got a little scary at the end with the onside kick. But a win's a win at this point. We will remember from this game the Raiders dominating that second half and really taking the game away from the Patriots. Drake May didn't look nearly the same at the end of that in that second half. First half, he looked pretty damn good. Second half, he looked like a second-year quarterback under a Josh McDaniels offense who once again fails to make adjustments in the second half against the defense. We saw that. We kind of expected it, and exactly what you get right there. So you're right, but we didn't. I don't like what we saw at the end of that game right there, man. But that's the perfectionist in all of us, and we want to see the Raiders blow out teams for sure, man. Alec M, hey, got to give love to Trey Tucker, right? Speed kills. Hey, opening touchdown right there, found wide open in the back of the end zone. Great throw by Geno Smith. He definitely is consideration for a game ball. Let me see. My 2 cents says go Titans. Yeah, last time I checked, the Titans were up. So we'll see, man. We'll see. Tyree Wilson made some pretty good plays today. I'm going to look at the film, but from what I saw, Tyree Wilson looks excellent. I gotta give him his credit. I gotta give him his credit. Tyree Wilson looked excellent. Very good game by Caillou Blue. Yeah, battle-tested game, right? Ups and downs. He didn't let the downs get him rattled. He didn't let the ups get him too high and overconfident. I like what I saw from Caillou Blue Kelly. I definitely do, man. Shout out to Carlos in Fuego. Very nice to be 1-0. Just win, baby. Commitment to excellence. Raider Nation for life. Man, I love it, man. Yeah, 3 clicks. That PI was BS. That was a BS PI. They really let the Patriots off the hook on that one, and I believe that cost us points, right? It was 7-7 at the time. It was third and whatever it was at that time. Well, actually, was it I think it was a 4th down and 1 or something like that. Or was it 3rd down? Either one. It looked like a clean play from Caillou Blue. He was in Johnny on the spot. He was in the right place. They got him for not turning his head, which in some cases I'm like, I get it. But if you're not like handsy or doing anything to that extent, you can't call that. I don't care if your head is turned or not. I thought it was a terrible call for sure, man. Of course, the refs are gonna, bail the Patriots out. You can never forget that, right? Caillou played that route perfectly on that lane PI, yeah, for sure, man. Let me see, man. I'm really talking you guys' ear off. Let me see. 3 clicks in the truth says JPJ, lots of maturing still. Yeah, he does. He does. JPJ needs to grow up arguing with the coach. It's a bad look. I agree. We need to see him be a lot more buttoned up for sure. I'm not saying he had a bad game. I'm going to have to look at the film. It's hard to say he had a bad game, but really untimely penalties. And if the run game is a reflection of what his game was, I'd say he didn't have a great game for sure. So we'll see. I got to check out the film. I'm going to check out the film, watch the game for a second time with a different eye. And we'll see. We'll see. Bo Nix, 2 picks, looks terrible. I love it. Hey, Hey, they were really hype about Bo Nix this year, man. I love to see it. Oh my God, what about Meredith not being able to handle stunts? Yeah, Meredith couldn't handle the stunts. JPJ was getting bit on the stunts. Yeah, we gotta clean that up. The interior was getting bit by stunts in general, so we that's something they gotta fix for sure. Shout out to Jason 619. I think for JPJ switching from center to guard, he played well. I don't blame him for having a tough week. One, he didn't ask to play guard. Yeah, that is true. That is true. He didn't ask to play guard, but you got to clean up the penalties at the end of the day, right? Penalties is what's going to kill us. And if you're going to continue to do that, you're hurting the team. And the run game didn't look good, regardless of where you played. And maybe down the line, if things don't really change, maybe they do make that switch. And we do see JPJ at center, Meredith at the guard position, or whoever else is at the guard position. If things continue to look bad as far as the run game goes. So we'll see. It's definitely not a good start for JPJ, just based on what we did with the run game. I got to look at film still, but he does need some maturing so we can stop all his damn penalties. And an unnecessary penalty, too, hitting the guy in the sideline for no reason. Didn't make any sense. Feels good to be a Raider lifer from the womb to the tomb for life. I love it, man. Loco Sick in the building, man. I appreciate you. Jason619 says should have kept him at center. I think we're gonna see him at center this season. I'm not gonna fret about it. We'll see him at center at some point, I believe. Mackie ENT, what's up, Big Mike? Hey, salute to you, man, and salute to the 113 in the building, man. You guys already know what to do. Like the thumb, hit the sub, and share with your folks and become a member of the Big Mike Raider fleet, man. Come on, man. Let's get it up. Let's get those memberships up to 100. And then we're going to do a giveaway. I got some plans for you guys for sure, man. I'll make it worth your while. Let me see. Never seen so much hate for a solid player. Parham made a mistake. Hey, Parham, I thought he looked good too. But that interior offensive line needs to clean it up as far as the running game. That's all I'm saying. I'm not saying they suck. I'm saying things need to be cleaned up a little bit. When you have your running back 19 carries, 38 yards, now be it, a lot of those were kind of towards the end, running that 4-minute offense when everybody, like Geno Smith said in the press conference, everybody in the world knows that you're trying to run the ball. I get it, right? Some of those numbers are a little skewed, but there's some things we do got to clean up with the running game for sure, man. Let me see. We got 3 clicks in the truth. Remain cautiously optimistic, nation, as he isn't that good. Well, we'll see, man. We'll see. We got us a win, so that's all I'm happy about. Chargers almost lost to the Chiefs with no receivers. Yeah, that's true, but the Chiefs are the Chiefs. You still got to give the Chiefs Patrick Mahomes was carrying that team. He carried that team. So as long as you got Mahomes, it really don't matter. He's gonna do what he has to do. He's a gamer. He's a champion. You got to give him that credit for sure, man. Let me see. On one hand, we struggle against the worst team in football. On the other hand, is game 1, and the players are learning a new system. I wouldn't say the Patriots are the worst team in football. That probably belongs to the Saints. And hell, it might even belong to the Dolphins. The Dolphins lost 33-8. They scored their first points late in the fourth. The Dolphins don't look good. I think Mike McDaniel is probably on his way out. There's a lot more teams worse than the Patriots. The Patriots are an improved team. Excellent defense, right? Excellent defense. That front seven, you got to give them credit where credit is due. They were getting after the quarterback. They did have some weaknesses at the cornerback position, being that Christian Gonzalez was out. Got to give them that as well. This is a team that you don't want to see later in the season. I think they're going to be okay over in New England, man. Let me see. Billy Gray Jr. in the building, but when teams stack the box, you have to throw. Yeah, and I think they did that a lot too, right? We saw a lot of the play action, especially in that second half, where it was almost like a mesh look, where they were kind of, Geno Smith had the ball out, looking like he was going to give it to Ashton Genty, and then he'd throw that quick little seam route to Jacoby Myers, caught him a couple of times. So, yeah, when you do have teams that stack the box and got to throw, and that's exactly what we did. 366 yards. That was a plus for us, man. Let me see. Duarte says Hampton is buns. I don't know. He looked good to me, man. He looked good to me. Let me see. Some people on here talking all that shit about Pete switching JPJ from center to guard and now talking shit about JPJ because he had a rough week 1. Make it make sense. Hey, 2 things can be true, right? You got moved to guard. He didn't look good today, possibly. I got to look at the film once again. And, it doesn't take away the fact that he was biting himself. He was shooting himself in the foot and the team with bad penalties. And they only ran for about 60 yards as a team in rushing. That's not going to get it done, right? He got bit on a lot of the stunts right there. I could call out probably about 2 plays where he whiffed on a stunt, kind of committing too much to one side. And that defensive end, was it number 2? He was coming in, was it Harold Landry? He was coming in right through his gap and allowed a sack. So 2 things can be true. People can cry about him going from guard to center, but at the same time, you're at guard. We expect you to perform at a certain level. And let's just be honest, right? He didn't have his best game. I would say that. I got to look at the film. JPJ, when it's all said and done, maybe some further assessments need to be happening in, with the staff. And maybe at some point we do see him at the center position. Maybe. But that still doesn't take away the fact that he needs to clean up a lot of his mistakes. That's all I'm saying, man. That's all I'm saying. But we'll see. We'll see. We got the win today, so I'm all right with it. Let me see. What gap did Raiders run in the 4th, and who's and off whose effort? Well, they did run a lot to. I know Ashton Genty was getting like 6 yards a pop, and they were running it up the gut. You got a good point, right? There's ups and downs. I'm not saying he completely sucked, but hey, got to clean it up, man. We should be doing a lot better in the run game for sure. 60 yards in a game rushing is not going to get the job done against most of these teams. That's all I'm saying. Mad because JPJ isn't all pro at 2 completely different positions. Hey, yeah, some people are, they do expect a lot more from JPJ. I personally thought that he's a better center, but who am I, right? Pete Carroll thinks he's better at guard. And, when I try to justify it, I can kind of see where he's coming from. At guard, he could be that mauler, the downfield guy, and really wreck shop. You got to have to be a little bit more cerebral at the center position. Not saying that he isn't, but, maybe this team saw something that we're not seeing right now, right? I'm going to trust that Pete Carroll and the rest of this staff has got it under control. But doesn't say that we won't see any changes down the line either. So let me see. 3 clicks in the truth. That crossbody throw was fire. Yeah, man. I haven't seen that in years. I'd probably ever. Let me see. We got Rorschach Raider 24. Yo, Big Mike, a win for you is like your gout actually healing. Bro, I don't even have gout, bro. JK would got much respect for you, man. I appreciate you, man. Thanks for popping in. Man, gout. Come on, man. I don't know where this. I blame Wasted for this. Luck won't carry you to a Super Bowl, so F the chokers. Yeah, facts. That's a fact. It is Chargers week officially, y'all. If you guys, really feel like we got the win, that's behind us. It's Chargers week, y'all. Didn't Glaze have a penalty too? But not a Glaze had a penalty. Yeah, he did have a penalty. So you're right. Offensive line as a whole didn't look good. Didn't look great, at least with the run game. Now they adjusted in the second half with, adjusting to stopping that blitz, right? The Patriots were sending 5-6 people at a time, a lot of the times, right? But the Raiders did adjust. The protection looked a lot better in the second half, passing wise, right? Could never really get that run game started like we wanted to. Now, Genty did have some breaks a little bit from time to time, but we didn't really see a big chunk play at the running in the run game. So that's what we want to see for the next game. No game is perfect. We can definitely be talking next week. The Raiders' run game was excellent. passing game couldn't get started, right? But as long as you get the win, you make the adjustments, the right ones at the right time. That's really all that matters to me. But you're right. Most of these guys did have a lot of penalties, and those are things that we need to clean up. But an unnecessary roughness, hitting a guy in the sideline for no particular reason, had no effect on the play. That's inexcusable. That's inexcusable for JPJ. That's one thing you got to agree with. Let me see. I'm more like you in the setting. Hey, there you go, man. I don't know what you're talking about, man. Longy Raider, Josh ain't shit without a quarterback named Brady. Yeah, and that's why I thought that Drake May would he would struggle a little bit, and we saw exactly what I was talking about in the second half, right? Because Josh McDaniels, for whatever reason, just doesn't make adjustments very well in that second half. He's very stubborn to where he's like, we're going to run what we're going to run, right? He continued to go after Caillou Blue Kelly. He continued to do similar things he did in the first half, and the Raiders made adjustments to it. So, and Drake May is still trying to learn that complicated offense that is considered Mandarin for most quarterbacks. And not to mention a guy who's been in the league for 2 years, his second year in the league. You know, more seasoned pros have had trouble. You know, Derek Carr had trouble under this offense, right? So it was a work in progress, and I figured that he was going to struggle, particularly late in this game. Let me see. 3 clicks in the truth. If we would have gotten the first with 4 minutes left, they would have scored at least 3 more and leave them with minus 2 minutes. Yeah. Wasn't a perfect game, but we got the win, man. We got the win. Let me see. I'm late in the chat, Big Mike. You're tripping, bro. Gannon was a beast and MVP. Yeah, no, I'm saying I know that. I know that. I said Geno Smith. I'm not saying he's an MVP. That's what I said. I don't think he looked. I haven't seen my point was I didn't see a quarterback. We haven't had a quarterback who can roll out to the left, throw it across his body to the right side of the field. I've never seen that from a Raider quarterback in a very long time. I can't think of a time we've seen that from any quarterback that we've had. Maybe Gannon has had that. And what I was saying is I'm not trying to compare Geno Smith to Gannon because Gannon is Gannon. He was an MVP, right? And if I did say that, then somebody would be like, oh, you're tripping. Geno Smith is not Gannon, blah, 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 this and that. So I guess I can't win for winning, right? I'm just saying that we haven't seen play like that from a quarterback in a very long time. That's all I'm saying, man. Let me see. CGR says, how about them Raiders? Al Davis voice. How about them Raiders? Them Raiders. I love it, man. I love it. 3 clicks in the truth. Blow Nick's sophomore slump incoming. I can't wait to see it, man. I can't wait to see it. Alec M says, Bo picks his cheeks. Hey, I guess Bo Nix is struggling today, man. I'm not watching, man. I really don't care. I don't think Bo Nix is special. Hell, he'd be an average quarterback at best. We knew that from him getting drafted. I don't know why all of a sudden he's going to be, the biggest thing since sliced bread. I don't know. I never understood that. Raiders pick up a fullback now. Nah, I don't know. We saw a couple plays where, we had Michael Mayer originally at the tight end position. He motioned in and became that fullback. Geno Smith went under the center, and we saw a little bit of power action, right? You got some positive yardage out of that run. And maybe we do see somebody like Michael Mayer kind of going from tight end to fullback and back. Maybe we see a little bit more of that to try to establish the run game. I don't think we're getting a fullback. I don't think so. I don't think that's the part of the game plan. I don't think that Chip Kelly uses a fullback. So let me see. Parham and Glaze had penalties. Yeah, they did. But JPJ had a stupid one. A one unnecessary roughness that didn't matter. Y'all mispronounced his name. It's Bo Picks. Wasn't JPJ at guards all preseason or most of it? Yeah, he was mostly a guard. We never saw him play center at all, really. To be honest with you. My 2 cents, JPJ in full motion isn't going to stop. As a player, you must protect yourself. Haters, hey, there you go, man. There you go. I think the run game will get better. The Patriots are making it a point to stack the box, and they got burned over the top. Yeah, And I think that's part of reason why we saw Geno Smith have such a big game and not such a productive game from the run game. Maybe that was part of the game plan. Hey, you want to stack the box on us? We're going to just throw it over your head then. And that's how you win games sometimes. Next week, we might see something completely different. And that's how you win the games when teams don't respect your passing game and they want to stack the box and you hit them with a bunch of play action, throw it right over their head. That's how you humble some defenses, right? A lot of people said all season the Raiders don't have any wide receivers to throw the ball to. We heard that from every single expert this season, right? The Raiders don't. Well, who's their wide receiver? You know, people forget to talk about Jacoby Myers. People, besides Brock Bowers, who else do they have, right? Got two pretty solid rookies out there who did get their issue in, right? You know, Dante Thornton, 2 carries, I believe 45 yards. Good debut, right? Michael Mayer had some good catches. Hey, Trey Tucker got on the board, a couple of good catches. Like, we got us some weapons, and a lot of people were really sleeping on that, right? But they refused to believe it. I don't know why, but we bit them on that one big time today. Some of these dogs on Patriots D line were eating. Yeah, they look good. They look good. That defense is a really good front seven. New England isn't that good. I didn't say they were. I didn't say they were. I'm saying that they're a 7 to 8 win team who is going to get better towards the end of the season. That's what it is, right? I don't know why you guys are arguing with me. Like, the Patriots, they aren't ready, right? They're not ready right now, game one. And to be honest with you, we're going to get better in the season, but so is the Patriots. The Patriots are going to be a much better improved team this year. That defense is pretty damn good. That front seven, Barmore in the middle, the guy right next to him, can't think of his name, and number 2 was killing us. Had 2.5 sacks. Like, bro, they got a formidable front seven that can win games off of that defense. The defense is good. The secondary is a little suspect, but they got a solid front seven, right? That offense is going to be struggling for a while because Josh McDaniels' offense isn't player-friendly. But once they figure it out, they're going to be pretty damn good. I'm not saying going to the Super Bowl or anything like that, but 7 or 8 wins and competing, might get some upset wins. Hey, that's all I'm saying. That's all I'm saying. I don't think the Patriots are a 4-win team like they were last year. They're going to be more than 4 wins. They're going to have more than 4 wins. They're going to compete this year. You know, they're a little bit below where we are, right? As far as, you know, that echelon where expectations are, right? Just looking at it from a realistic standpoint, from talent and trending and things like that, they're going to be like one step below where we are. I got us winning 10 games. But if you ask anybody who isn't a Raiders fan, they'd be like, oh, 10 wins, you sound crazy. That doesn't, right? So, you know, from our perspective, looking at the Patriots, you'd be like, oh, that sounds crazy. They're not that good. They're going to win 7 or 8 games this year. The Patriots are going to be a much improved team. This is not a bad team. And winning a game on the road in the rain, that's something to really celebrate for sure, man. I wonder how much Robert Kraft paid off the Zebras. Yeah, it's what it looked like for a second. That's what it looked like. CGR says the Dolphins are stank. Yeah, in fact, I'll say this. The Patriots won't go last place this year. It looks like the Dolphins are going to take that one. I say the Patriots are going to be third. The Jets look really good. They lost, but they look pretty decent this year. The Jets and Patriots, that's going to be interesting to see what happens between those two teams. That's my assessment on that. But who cares about the Patriots, man? Let me see. Rick Rock probably got the ref some messages. Is it you saying messages or massages? Oh, massages. Okay. Yeah, because Robert, yeah. You know how he does it, man. Let me see. Who else we got here, man? We got Thomas Hernandez in the building. Salute Big Mike. And salute to 138 in the building, man. Like the thumb, hit the sub, and share with your folks, man. JPJ ain't playing center if he can't handle guard. That's a good point. That's a good point. But if he can't handle guard, where do you put him then? You know what I mean? Like, you know, I just think that he needs to clean up just a little bit of the penalties. I don't know what else. I got to look at the film. Maybe I got a better answer for you, but it didn't look good. I'll tell you that. Let me see. Shout out to CGR. He says, hit that link up top to become a member. Guys, you guys want to become a member of the Big Mike Raider fleet, go ahead and hit that link up at the top, man. Hey, and become a member of the Big Mike Raider fleet, man. 100 members. We're going to do a giveaway, members only. So come on, let's get there. I think we're probably at like a little bit under 70 right now. I don't know. But guys, become a member, man. Let me see. No hate, just facts. Hey, nothing wrong with that, man. I just think they're a much improved team. They looked a lot better than last year for sure. Hey, we looked a lot better than last year, right? You know, the Patriots from their perspective thought that this was going to be a walk in the park. They found out otherwise, right? Two teams that lost 13 games last year, right? Both teams look improved. That's all I'm saying. Yes, JPJ is a center and not used to picking up a sweeping stunt. That is true. That is a good, that is, hey, Hummer VS, man, you're absolutely right. You're absolutely right. So, hey, maybe you do move him because of that reason, man. Like, I don't know. We'll see. We'll see. To be continued with JPJ, man. That kid JPJ, young dude, needs experience. Yeah, for sure. And he didn't have too many starts in the in college either, right? You know, he's kind of young. He needs some development. But when he is balling, he shows definite promise. He shows elite ability. So that's why we have high hopes for him. Let me see. But with the high hopes comes high criticism. You know what I mean? Because if you expect him to play great and he doesn't deliver that, now you're like, all right, what the hell's going on, right? And I think that's what a lot of us are doing, right? We can't give this guy excuses for a lot of his bonehead plays too. That also, you know, plays into factor with JPJ. Let's see. Alec M. Chiefs abandoned the run game. Pacheco would limit. Yeah, that's true. They did abandon the run game. Yeah, they did abandon the run game. And I think that was the difference right there, man. But you know, we'll see the Chiefs in a few weeks. I'm not really worried about it. Longy Raider says open relationship Mahomes. I don't know, man. I'm not going to get in his personal business, but hey, to each his own, right? Don't care where the FE plays as long as they stack the W's. Yeah, at the end of the day, hey, if we keep getting these W's, man, I'm all with it. I'm all with it, man. Let me see. Norman Tin Man Robinson, man. He says JPJ and Glaze need to stop it. Hey, need to step it up. Okay, they said stop it. Okay, yeah, for sure. Yeah, they do, man. We're going to get hopefully we get a better outcome next week from our guys, man. Let's get our Raider brother Big Mike Raider to 6K subscribers, y'all. Hey, let's get those likes up, man. Had a pretty crazy, sir. I don't know what the hell's going on, man, but I guess people are liking what I'm putting down. Guys, become a member, hit the likes, and let's get to 6K, man. I'm actually blown away by the amount of support and love that each and every one of you guys. And if this is your first time here, man, don't let it be your last. Make sure you like the thumb, hit the sub, and share with your folks, man. Let's get to 6K. I would love to get to 10 by the end of the season, man. Let's get it rolling. Let me see. My 2 cents. Watch the tape. Meredith couldn't handle the switch and follow his assignment. Okay, I saw the same thing for JPJ too. What most are blaming JPJ for was the Meredith's inexperience. I got to see that, but I did see a couple of them where JPJ is at fault as well. I'm not saying JPJ was the only one. Hey, I'll tell you that. Meredith probably was looking bad too. But JPJ is not inexcused for this as well, man. Let me see. Right side of the line didn't look good at all. I would say for the exception of maybe Colton Miller. Colton Miller was probably the only one that looked pretty decent. Parham too. Yeah, so yeah, basically the whole right side looked a little shaky for sure. Yo, Big Mike, you mind if I share Raiders Primo's link? Oh yeah, go ahead, man. Hey, share. Hey, yeah, we love Raiders Primos over here, man. Share Primo's link. Not at all, bro. Go ahead and share Primo's link for sure, man. I don't mind that at all, bro. We love Primos over here, man. Shout out to Primos. 3 clicks in the truth. Feels like they're able to get the W while not playing their full potential, room to grow. Yeah. Not an A+ game, you know. That's something to look forward to. That's something to be happy about. And that second half, I'm not gonna lie to you, man. The defense was phenomenal that second half, right? Offense made their adjustments and they played pretty well, right? That they play perfect? Hell no. Didn't look good in the second quarter at all. first quarter, middle of that first quarter into all of the second quarter, it didn't look good at all. But they made the adjustments and they look good in the second half, right? So we got to be happy about that. In most cases, in years prior, we would see them have a hell of a drive, that first drive, and then that second drive, throw an interception, and then it'll be unraveled from there. And we didn't see that this time around. So I'm happy about it. Man, I'm definitely happy about it, man. Mackie ENT Cam Ward looks cheeks today. Woo. Yeah, it's his first game, man. It's going to take some time, man. A lot of these quarterbacks aren't ready to go out right away, man. That plug-and-play quarterback, rookie, the expectations are too high for those guys in this day and age, man. And we really need to stop being so controversial with these quarterbacks. We got to give them some time to develop and give them some time to figure out the NFL game, man. It's a lot more complicated than what it looks. But Cam Ward, I think he'll be okay, man. And if he isn't, well, he's not a Raider, so I'm all right with it, man. Shout out to Norman Tin Man Robinson, man. He says, Josh Moist Boy McDaniels is a horrible offensive coordinator. Yeah, man. Yeah, for sure. No adjustments. No adjustments at all. JPJ has to rise to the occasion, but do not understand the constant hate. Yeah, I don't hate him, man. Hey, you know me, bro. Hey, I'm gonna give him his critiques. I'm going to be controversial about the things that he does, but I'm not by any means going to say that, dude, you suck, this and that, I give up, this and that, unless you give me a reason to. I think he needs to clean some stuff up. He didn't play a perfect game. This entire O-line didn't play a perfect game, right? The whole offensive line is, in terms of running protection and running attack, didn't look good. I'd give him probably a C grade, maybe even a C minus. But JPJ, I definitely don't hate him, man. The expectations are high for him, though, man. I like to think, and I've said this at the beginning of the season before he was even named a guard, I thought that he could be one of the top centers in this league. That's how much I'm into his ability of being a center. Now, guard, I don't know, right? But at this stage of his career, it looks like he's probably a better guard than he is a center. And that could be proven wrong, right? I could be wrong. We could see him later on in the season playing at a Pro Bowl level at the center position, but it remains to be seen, man. I got love for JPJ. I want him to succeed in this league, man. Mackie ENT, Titans defense giving Ward a chance. He's shit in the bed, yeah. But you got to also, hey, Cam Ward is playing a Broncos defense, probably considered one of the best defenses in the league on paper, right? We don't know statistics-wise. I mean, that remains to be seen. But everybody considers this Broncos defense to be one of the best in the league, and a rookie is going against one of the best defenses. It's the best defense he's ever seen in his career, in his life. And it probably doesn't top this much throughout his career. He'll look at this Broncos defense and be like, this is probably one of the tougher defenses that I'm going to be playing this season. So, he's going to struggle a little bit. He's a rookie. But hey, it's all right, man. Hopefully the Titans get it done, man. Let me see who else we got in here. Tin Man, he says the stubbornness will get him fired sooner than later. Oh, you already know, man. Let me see. Saying up had a bad game ain't hate. Yeah. Hey, I would never say that, man. JP, yeah, JPJ. Yeah, I agree with you, man. Hey, I'm gonna be controversial. I'm gonna be not controversial. I'm gonna be like, I'm gonna critique him, right? I'm gonna nitpick on some things on this offensive line because I'm a trenches guy, right? Even the defensive line. I've said some things about Tyree Wilson that, like, hey, if he met me and he heard anything I said about, he'd probably hate me, right? Good thing he probably doesn't watch the show, but I'm all right with it, right? But if he did meet me and he did hear the things I said about him, he'd be like, oh shit, man, hey, F you, right? And I'd be like, fair enough, right? But doesn't mean that I can't say, a lot of people can't say things about him, right? Now, if there's people saying that he's a bum and he's cooked and things like that, I don't agree with that. But, if you're saying he had a bad game, he has to clean things up, blah, 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 that's an honest assessment, right? And that's where I'm coming from with it. I hope he rebounds big time from this game, but maybe he had a better game than it looked. I got to check the film. We'll see. We'll see, man. Rick Rock, he says, under Coach Pete game, the Raiders one hell of a pep the Raiders one hell of a pep talk during halftime, and they came out with the Raiders we knew. Yeah, absolutely, man. They looked like a complete different team in the second half for sure, man. Let me see. Alec M. Goodell and Mahomes are closer than just golfing buddies. Pause, bro. I don't even want to know, bro. Hey, but we got 158 in the building. You guys know what to do. Let's get them likes up, y'all. Let me see. Hopefully the Donkeys lose. Let's take care of business at home against the Chokers. Let's take the division and don't look back, man. Yeah, I love it, man. Let me see. JPJ will be okay at the minute. He's a bully. He needs to be the guy who takes care of the bullies. Yeah, I agree. Needs to have a controlled chaos about him, right? Right now, it's just chaos. We need to kind of like own that in a little bit, focus that energy, and really just explode out there and really knock some guys on their back. Pause if necessary, man. That's real. That's you get only 2 from me, man. We want JPJ to play better, man. Control that, that bulliness that he just show on the field. Let me see. Rick Rock, Coach Uncle Pete Carroll gave the Raiders one hell of a pep talk during halftime. That's what it looked like, man. Let me see. Dolphins sellers, do you think do you pick Miami about a trade for some either O-line help or defense help? Yeah, a lot of people are going to bring it up now throughout the league, right? Tyreek Hill looked very upset in the sideline. I don't know if you guys saw any of those clips. He looked very upset on the sideline. I suspect that he's going to be out of there by the time the trade deadline happens. Now, am I saying that he's going to become a Raider? Well, you never know. We had a wide receiver in Amari Cooper that we were kind of expecting some things. He ended up retiring. And now, we got an open vacancy. Now, I did say before all that, hey, I think we're set at the wide receiver position. And after this game, it kind of shows me that we are pretty set. But wouldn't surprise me if the Raiders start knocking on the door for Miami and actually looking for see what it might cost to get a Tyreek Hill in the building, right? You never know. But realistically, maybe O-line help would help the offense. But we'll see. Continuity with the offensive line does matter in this league. You can't just plug and play some guys. It takes some time. So I don't know. We'll see, man. We'll see. Not trying to start a rumor here because that is a baseless rumor. But he didn't look happy on the sideline for sure, man. Let me see. I love chaos. That was a BS call when that dude was down worse further out of bounds. I call BS. Hey, I don't know, man. I don't know. You didn't need to hit the dude. I think he shouldn't have hit him at all. But I've seen lesser calls be called, so I'll say there's a point for that, right? But you didn't have to hit him. It was unnecessary. Earlier, not donkey selling against the Titans. Number 1 defense is reaching at this point. I said one of the best. I didn't say number 1 defense. One of the best. You look at fantasy-wise, you look at defensive ranking-wise, PFF, all these publications had the Broncos as a top 5 defense in this league. Now, is it going to happen? I don't know, right? We'll see it as the season progresses. JPJ sucks. Linemen need to do a better. JPJ sucks. Shout out to Carmelo Love, man, telling it like it is. I disagree. JPJ had a bad game. He does not suck. But I feel you on that one. I feel where you're coming from. Hey, us Raider fans, man. Hey, we're passionate. We want to win. We want to look good when we're winning too. So, hey, I feel you on that one, man. Let me see. Purdy is looking pretty bad right now. Good. I like to hear that too. Let me see. My 2 cents says RADERS week. Let's effing go. You already know, man. Shout out to my 2 cents, man. Keeping up the conversation, man. Some good conversation today, man. You guys keep it rolling, man. You guys are making this very fun today. They will work better. Yeah, absolutely, man. Absolutely. It's game 1, y'all. It's game 1. Let me see. Niners looking rough. They lose. My family is quiet. Good. Hey, Lucky, I hope so, man. Hey, it's about time we start running our mouth, man. Hopefully this season is good to you, bro. Hopefully this season is good to you. Let me see. Vegas Raiders, Titans, recover, muff. You got to love it, man. You got to love it. Let me see. Let me see. My guy George in the building, right in front of the same play right there. Hey, my guy George, AR 17-0 is still alive. 16 to go, baby. Let me see. Big Mike, what's good? Hopefully not too late. Now we're gonna be here for a little bit longer. Can't stay for that too long. Probably another, let's say about 30 minutes, man. I do want to open up the phone line. I did figure it out possibly. I'm gonna do a comms check. I'm gonna have my wife call the number to see if it works first. Hold on. Let me see. I'm gonna open it up, man. Let's open it up. You guys want to call? You guys want to do phone? Yeah, you guys want to call, man? Let me know if you guys want to call, man. Let me know if you guys want to do a call in. Let me see. Let me see. Let me call my wife real quick. Hold on, y'all. Let me see. I'm gonna call her real quick.
Hey, honey bunny.
Hey, hon. Hey, I'm on the show, babe. Can you call that number I gave you? I'm gonna do a test run again.
Okay.
All right, 1 second. All right. Hey, man. Hey, George, call, man. It doesn't matter if you sound weird. Sound off, man. We don't care about none of that. Let me see. Let me see. Let me see. Let's see if she calls in. Shout out to you guys, man. We got 149 in the building, man. Let me see. Yeah. Yeah, you weren't supposed to hear that. It's all right. CGR, man. Stay safe, my 2 cents. Hey, thanks. Appreciate my 2 cents coming in here, man. Appreciate you. Appreciate the support as always, man. He said second coming to Jamarcus. Wait, who are we talking about? Who are we talking about? Let me see. When we do call in, do we call? Please don't. Please don't, man. Let me see. Waiting for her to call. I don't know if she called or not. I'm waiting for her to call. Let me see, man. We're gonna do a sound check before we get started, man. Shout out to Mackie ENT Cheeks. Nah, he's running back. He's running backwards. Took 3 sacks in a row. Jeez. You talk about Cam Ward. Oh man, that's rough. Shout out to Taino Raider in the building, man. Thanks for popping in. Salute to the Raider Nation. We got our guy Taino Raider in the building, man. Let me see. I don't know if she called or not, but let me see. Hold on. Hold on. I gotta do a comms check before we do this. Gotta do a comms check, man. Salute to the 150 in the building. Yeah. Pause, right? Yeah. Shout out to Desert Raider in the building. For sure, man. See.
Awesome.
All right. Welcome to Big Mike Raider. Hello. Hey, can people hear my wife right now? Anybody can hear? Can you guys hear my wife right now? Speak, honey. I can hear you. I'm wondering if everybody else can hear you. Hey, guys, can you hear? No? Okay. So we're not going to do the okay. People said no. They're saying no. No. Let me figure it out, y'all. We're going to get it going. I don't know. I can hear it through my phone, but for some reason I can't figure it out. Yeah, so we're going to try next time, babe. It's all right. Thank you, honey. All right. All right. I can hear it from my ears, but I can't. You guys can hear it. So we're going to skip that today, man. We don't have time to figure it out. I got to figure this out. I got to call Hammer to see if we can figure this out, but it's all right, y'all. We're going to do it next time, man. Let me see. Let me see. 3 clicks in the truth. Mike, you getting PayPal's okay from last week or week prior? Let me check, man. Let me see. I don't think I'm getting notifications. So if I am missing them, man, my apologies. Let me check right now, bro. Let me check right now. Guys, if you guys are interested in supporting, besides Super Chats, we do have Cash App, we do have Venmo also, and we do have what's the other one? PayPal. So you guys can check it out. The user is scrolled across the bottom. Let me check 3 clicks. Let me see. Let me see. PayPal, right? My bad, y'all. We got 146 in the building. Bear with me, y'all. Let me see. I gotta turn on notifications if you did, bro. Let's see. We'll set it up later. Let me see. Yeah, we're still getting them, man. And I think yeah, I got you too, man. And I appreciate the $20 haymaker, man, from the PayPal side, man. I appreciate you. But yeah, we're getting them, man. So if you guys are interested, I got the notifications up, and we'll definitely acknowledge that as the show goes along, man. I appreciate you, bro. Let's see. Hammer does house calls. Yeah, I got to hit up Hammer, man. I got to figure this out because I can hear it from my ears now, but it's not going out to you guys. And I got to figure out this mixer, man. But it's all right. I got to mess with it a little bit more, man. It's this is a work in progress. We'll get it for sure, man. First name is Rob. Yeah, I got you, bro. I got you, man. I appreciate it, man. Let me see. Need a Titans win. Yeah, I think we all do, man. What's the score, y'all? What's the score of that game? I'm not keeping up with it right now. Matter of fact, let's pull it up right now. Actually, let's pull that up right now. So right now it's 13-12, and the Broncos are up. Hey, the Packers are whooping up on the Lions. Rams are up on the Texans 14-9, low scoring game, and the Seahawks are up 13-10. So hey, pretty good games right now, man. I'm sure you guys are all enjoying that one. Yeah, 12-13 donkeys, man. Let's go over some of the box scores, and we'll give out our game balls, and we're gonna get out of here, man. Let me see. So Geno Smith, 24-34, guys, 362 yards, 10.6 average per completion, 1 touchdown, 1 bad interception. I'll excuse it, right? Took 4 sacks, pause if necessary, but 102.8 quarterback rating. Looked excellent, right? Excellent stat line right there. Ashton Genty, 19 carries, 38 yards, 2 yards per carry, not great. 1 touchdown, the long of 9 yards. Geno Smith, 2 carries, 10 yards, and Zamir White with 3 carries for 8 yards, 56 total yards as a team. Brock Bowers led the way, 103 yards on 5 catches, 20.6 per catch, long of 38 on 8 targets. Jacoby Myers, 8 for 97, almost had that 100, a long of 24. Trey Tucker, 2 for 54 and a touchdown. Dante Thornton, 2 for 45. Michael Mayer, 4 for 38, was key late in the game. Jack Besh, 1 for 23. Ashton Genty, 2 for 2 yards. Alec Bachman on the board. It says 0 for 0 yards on 1 target. So let me see. And then on defense, leading the way with tackles, 11 total tackles. Devin White looking excellent. Caillou Blue Kelly definitely in the mix all game. 1 pass defense, 9 total tackles, 7 solo. Looked pretty damn good. Jermaine Pratt, 8 tackles, 1 solo. Looked pretty good. Isaiah Polamau, 7 total tackles, 1 tackle for loss, and an interception. Looked pretty damn good out there. And then you're looking at the people who got sacks. Tyree Wilson with 3 tackles and 1 sack. Malcolm Kuntz, 3 tackles, 1 sack. 1 tackle for loss. So did Tyree Wilson with a tackle for loss. Max Crosby with 1 sack and a tackle for loss on 2 tackles. 4 sacks total as a team. And that was that side right there for the Raiders, man. Game balls. Game balls offensively. Geno Smith, our MVP, guys. You already know, 366 yards, had an excellent game. Brock Bowers, 5 catches, 103 yards. Excellent game. Went out with a little tweak in the knee. Not worried about it, right? And then Trey Tucker, 1 key touchdown, 2 catches, 54 yards, kind of looking like our home run hitter this season. And those are my game balls from the offensive side. Defensive side, got to give credit where credit is due. I'm going to give love to Devin White. 11 total tackles. Look excellent out there. Did his damn thing. Hey, Isaiah Polamau, 1 interception. Nice tackle on that swing pass. One of the plays took out Travion Henderson. Excellent tackle right there. He gets a game ball, right? Tyree Wilson, got to give him a game ball. Got a sack. Could have had 2 sacks. And Max Crosby all over the place. Played pretty much 99% of the snaps. I don't think he left the field. Max Crosby gets a game ball. If there's anybody else that gets a game ball, let me know in the chat. Those are my game ball winners for today's game. Let me know what you think, man. Let me see. Luis Barrios, Couch GM. Devin is a beast. Excellent game for him, man. I can't wait to see the film. Let me see. Let me scroll back down a little bit. Chargers, we got to think Chargers now. I think run blocking and D-line, getting after the quarterback are keys. Yeah, no doubt, man. No doubt. We definitely got to stop the run. We got to stop the run. Hey, Justin Herbert was taking off too a lot, so we got to really account for that. Now, Drake May was trying to do the same thing. Justin Herbert is better at it. So we got to make sure that we account for Justin Herbert taking off, right? And stopping the run. That's what they want to do. Like I said, the first 12 plays for the Chargers, 8 of them were passing plays, and a lot of them were off of play action. So they set up the play action. They did the play action to set up the run later. And this is a marathon, not a race. The stuff that they showed in the Chiefs game, don't expect to see it in this game. You might see some setups from the previous game that might trickle in over to this one. So look for them to run the ball heavy this week. I'll tell you that, man. I'll tell you that. Let me see. James Morrison, Raider Nation, baby. And we need to fix the O-line's run game. Yeah, we do, man. Let me see. Let me know. Let me hear you guys. Let me hear who you think should get some game balls right there. I named 7 right there. Let me know who you think should deserve a game ball. They need to protect Geno. Carmella, absolutely. I really think so. That's going to be our bread and butter all season. Let me see. George says offense was pretty good for the most part. Yeah, they look pretty damn good for sure, man. The adjustments in the second half, pass blocking wise, pass protection wise, was excellent. I gotta give, we've been really controversial. We've been really critical of the offensive line all pretty much this whole show, but we gotta give credit where credit is due. They look good in the second half as far as pass protection goes. They really did show up when it was all said and done, man. Orlando Padilla, Kansas City lost. Chiefs fans still think their team is the same as last year. I mean, they deserve that, right? I mean, they've been in the Super Bowl like 3 out of 5 years, whatever the number is, right? They're not sweating the beginning of the season at this point, right? They deserve that. And until they show they're not going to make the playoffs, they're going to continue to believe that, and that's fine. Just as long as we beat them when we play them, for sure. Mackey ENT, touchdown Broncos. Damn you, Tennessee. Yeah. Tennessee's going to run out of gas. That's not a good team, man. That's not a good team. Let me see. George says Max didn't have any quit. Yeah, he was endless motor today. Endless motor. But what do you expect? Let me see. What do you expect from him, man? Cameron Moses, Coach Pete. Coach Pete gets the game ball. I like that. Yeah. Hey, Pete Carroll with the adjustments. Chip Kelly with the adjustments. Both coaches. Patrick Graham with the adjustments. We got to give him his credit too. These coaches made good second half adjustments. And man, hey, nothing wrong with that. They should get a game ball. Absolutely. Shout out to you, man. Let me see. Yeah, that's another one that I'm going to name too. MG's Caillou Blue Kelly deserves a game ball as well. Battle tested. That's a guy who they were picking on all game, and he answered the call. So yeah, Caillou Blue Kelly does get a game ball. I agree with you, man. Let me see. Tyree Wilson balled. Yeah, no doubt. He looked good. Caillou Blue Kelly. Yep. Caillou Blue Kelly, definitely, man. He deserved a game ball, right? Pete and coaches for having him well enough prepared. Yeah. You guys, we're all on the same page. Thought we had a good run D this week. hope we can sustain. Run defense was good. We'll look over on the other side for the Patriots. You know, Travion Henderson had 5 carries for 27 yards, led the team in rushing for 27 yards, had a total of 60 yards. Not bad. Not bad. So, yeah. Hey, George, you're on the money with that one for sure, man. Zay says, good game today. Defense played better than I thought, and offense looked good. Expected Genty to look more explosive. Run blocking got to get better. Zay, absolutely, man. We've been talking about that all show, and I agree with you, man. Let me see. Yep, Pete deserves a game ball, man. Everybody's on the same page with that one. I remember when Devin hit Carr when he played in Tampa, beast. Yeah, that's true. Yeah, and it looks like we're kind of getting that Devin. We're getting the Devin of old, man. We're getting that Devin White of old for sure. So, hey, we'll see, man. Pete, you got to say Pete deserves a game ball, man. Let me see. Second half adjustments were key. Hey, Taino, no doubt, man. That made the big difference. Let me see. He made the necessary halftime adjustments to help us win the game. Game ball, hey, okay. So, coaching effort in this one, man. And that's something that as Raider Nation, we've been missing for quite a while, right? We have teams coming out hot first quarter, second half. And then they come out the second half. I mean, first quarter, second quarter, and they come out the second half and they don't look the same. Or maybe they do look the same, but adjustments were made and they look like they hit a wall. So why not, right? Let's give these coaches a game ball, right? Pete Carroll, Patrick Graham, and Chip Kelly. Those 3 deserve a game ball. Why not, man? Why not? Let me see. We're playing great after halftime. I see that. That's for sure, man. That made the big difference. Let me see. Lonnie Johnson for being suited up on his cap. That was hilarious, man. Shout out to Lonnie Johnson, man. He put me in the game, coach. Hey, that was hilarious, man. And once we get Lonnie Johnson back, that's going to add a new wrinkle to this defense as well, man. So better times are ahead for this defense, and they didn't look bad at all today. Let me see. Shout out to John Calvin. I think Mayer should get a game ball. He did his thing while Bowers was out. Yeah, no doubt, man. But, guys, that was some of the game balls that I gave out for today, man. You know, Geno Smith looked great. Brock Bowers. You could even argue with, say, Michael Mayer. He did his thing late in the fourth. I think he was key in that fourth quarter. And then Trey Tucker, another guy we got to keep in mind. Devin White, Caillou Blue, game balls for sure. Tyree Wilson, game ball. And Max Crosby. So 4 from the offense, 4 from the defense, gets a game ball. Those are my game balls. And that's the show, man. Guys, before we get out of here, make sure you guys like the thumb, hit the sub, and share with your folks. And also become a member of the Big Mike Raider Fleet. Guys, make sure you guys support. And that's the best way to show support. So go ahead and become a member today, man. I appreciate you guys, man. Last words from you guys. Let's see. We got Cameron Moses, new sub, dope show, man. I appreciate you, man. Hopefully this is your last time. Let me see. Kenny Clark just popping in, man. Hey, Kenny Clark's in the building, man. You're super late. And he gives us a Raiders times 15, 20, whatever, how many times, man. You get a round of applause for that, man. There you go. My guy, Kenny Clark in the building, man. He's late, but it's all right. Catch the replay, man. I appreciate you. We're still trying to work out that call-in situation. I got to get with Hammer to make sure I can get the sound. I got it in my ear now. I got the sound in my ear now. Now, to get it out to the masses is what I'm trying to work on next, man. We're going to get it, man. We're going to get it, man. But, guys, that is the show. I appreciate each and every one of you guys. We got 139 in the building. If this is your first time here, my name is Big Mike Raider. Hey, make sure you hit that like button and hit that sub button and share it with your folks. But, guys, until next time, and I'll see you guys on Tuesday. But until then, you guys have a good one. Be safe and enjoy your Sunday evening, man. Peace. Raider!
Your light illuminates their imperfections, hence their attempts to dull your shine. Light 'em up.
They threw dirt on my name and flowers flowers grew right out the brown soil. My vision's clear as glass, the robe is purple satin plus the crown's royal. Allow me to give you a demonstration. Holding your breath, waiting for me to fail only brings hyperventilation. See, I'm a soldier that's ready for any situation. So me and life double dated my trials and tribulations. Won't be remembered for not speaking out. I Google map my whole approach, so I chose not to take the peaceful route. I promise I can't make this shit up. I shed a tear, then use the mic stand to hold my chin up. They plot and strategize on different ways to make me give up. That's easier said than done, like a woman that's 9 months pregnant doing sit-ups. Yeah, I read the book of life, defeat was never in my story. Just brutal fights on the battlefield that's bloody and gory. Showing off is a fool's idea of glory. Call me foolish, then in the clutch I make them drop like I was Robert Ory. See, in this world you gotta sink or swim. Boy, I'm a legend. When I die my presence never will be felt again. This greatness rare, but see I kept it in. Isolation in the demons, guardian angels been my only friend. I've been at war with myself in silence. Had a mental malfunction, forced to go into hiding. For powerless like outside and losing
then you gonna understand whoever get in my way, I'm a dog walk their ass.